I've built an entire system for credit and funding coaches to scale very quickly and predictably while maintaining very high profit margins. And in this video, I'll show you my entire funnel, what kind of results I get, and what you might expect in your own business if you implement the Credit Scale Blueprint. So to give you the entire funnel breakdown right here, I use ads to generate attention on my business, on my content, and on my offer. Once we have people clicking and engaging with my ads, I get them to opt in. This is very important because I want people to actually raise their hand, telling me that they're interested to engage further, and I can also capture that contact information. Once they actually opt in, I can then push a ton of content. I can get them to download and consume other lead magnets. I can also push more emails and provide more value. All this to also add them to a retargeting campaign. So they're basically seeing me nonstop over and over and over again once they have that first step of opting into my funnel. And then all of this is also going to have a PS, check out my offer. Once they land on my VSO page, we're going to prompt them to book a call, promote our actual deal and show them what the program looks like, and then hopefully close the deal. But this entire funnel here produces incredible results inside of my business because just last month we had just $1,300 in ad spend, which isn't a ton, but this allowed us to have over 300 opt-ins at a $4 per cost opt-in. It's allowed us to generate 23 booked calls at just $56, and this led to 16 calls taken. Of them, we had 11 that were actually qualified, 5 no-shows, and out of the 11 offers, we closed 7 deals, so 64%, because again, in this funnel, we're building so much trust. They're seeing us so much through all these different pieces of content, different engagement, the retargeting. So we build massive trust. We closed 7 deals, which led to $150,000 of revenue, and most importantly, $43,000 cash collected. And I'm not talking about success fees or payment plans. This is purely just new business generated. So $1,300 directly led to $43,000 of cash collected. And to show you the proof right here, we can go to my Stripe. So here are the numbers here for March, so we can see all the different transactions for these dates and just a real page, clicking through it. So these are the cash collected. So like I said, we had $43,000 of new business cash collected, but if you look at the Stripe, we actually generated overall over $63,000 inside of the business just off of $1,300 in ad spend. So how does this entire system work? Well, if we go back to the funnel here, we start with ads. Ads is the most predictable way to purchase attention from the right people that you actually want to do business with. So we use Instagram to run ads because people are purely just doom scrolling on the platform. A lot of people spend a lot of time on Instagram, so we want to capture that attention and push it down into our funnel. So I use Instagram to generate that attention. We're then going to run some ads, and we're going to run ads that get, again, these people to opt in and eventually engage with our funnel. So going over my actual ad manager right here, we can see the actual dates for the month of March and overall $1,300 spent. And the most important part here of this funnel is going to be the top of funnel with the actual opting in. So these are all the different ads that we ran here. We tested a couple different ones, focused on the winners, obviously. And we can see here that only on this particular ad spend, we actually didn't even spend the full $1,300. We spent $900, but we're still using retargeting ads as well. But these are the kind of ads that we're running right here. And to show you what one of these might look like, we run very specific ads targeted for our specific audience that we want to work with. And a lot of psychology goes into this, but really the most important here is getting them to want to consume whatever we're promoting. So we have also the targeting set to just basic open targeting, audience plus. The algorithm right now is so good at finding your audience if you really have a good ad, because the ad is supposed to call out your ideal avatar, supposed to call out what kind of a free resource you're promoting. And so if you have the right things put together, you actually don't even need targeting anymore because the algorithm's that good. But we have the ads running. The ads are then going to prompt them to then land on my opt-in page, which is going to look something like this. Okay, so basically a free guide for your specific niche with the right things to talk about that's going to have it very enticing and exciting for your prospect. So a lot of colors here, some icons. So a lot of psychology is going into the landing page. And of course, we adapt these for all the niches that my clients have. But this is the kind of landing page that we have and why we're able to get such great numbers. So for the month of March, again, here inside of my business, click through it to kind of show you that it's all working. Well, we had 378 page views for one of my download lead magnets, generating over 100 opt-ins and converting at 35%, which is a great number. My other download here, we had over 800 page views and 220 opt-ins. Again, over 35% opting in by using, again, that same ad right here, very specific for our avatar. We're getting the right people to actually click on it. Once the right people click on, they're then able to see the value here and want to download it in exchange for providing us that contact information. And so once someone actually downloads the lead magnet, that's when the magic happens, because we need to basically convert that new prospect, and it's a real prospect in this case because they gave us their contact information. It's not just a new follower or someone just watching our videos. Like, they actually raise their hand, I'm looking to take the next step with you. Now we can do a lot here, because at this point, I'm then going to push them to consume some more content, right? We can basically retarget them to now push content pieces like my YouTube videos, which builds a lot of trust. We can also send them different emails as well. So just last month, we sent 15,000 emails, and we actually slowed down towards the middle. We're also able to promote other downloads as well, as to why I have two different ones here. We actually have three with my free school group. So a couple of different ways for us to engage this prospect, get them to basically raise their hand over and over and over again. And this allows us to build massive trust. We provide tons of value. We raise our authority so that then the entire rest of the funnel, which is the sales part, becomes a lot easier. So underneath every single part here, we'll see different links basically to consume other lead magnets, but also to come and work with us. So we have the different links to work with us below our content pieces, within our lead magnets, inside of our emails and newsletters. So basically, we're setting up the middle funnel to get them to engage with us as much as possible over and over and over again to, again, warm them up as fast as possible. And then all of this is going to include links to learn more about our offer. And so basically, we're using this system to extract the most value out of your ad spend, because a lot of people, they just have direct marketing. They click on your ad, they go to a VSL landing page, and either they book a call or the prospect forgets about you. Or you're running ads to start conversations in the DMs, right? You're running DM ads. So you hope to basically start that conversation and book a deal or book a call right away. But if they don't, then you basically lose a prospect into the ether of all the DMs that they're basically running right now, right? Instead, we use this spider web system to hook them in, engage them over and over and over again, so that every single one of your ad spend dollars is going to get maximized. So again, all of this leading to this many landing page views for my main offer right here, right? For, again, $1,300 ad spend, we had 1,200 page views, right? Just last month, which led to, again, those 23 booked calls. So in this case, we had probably 2 referrals coming on, right? So 21 or 23 total booked calls, and overall leading to that $43,000 cash collected, which with the payment plans and success fees on the back end actually generated over $63,000 for the business. But this is the entire overview here of the funnel and why it works so well, because we focus on having the right ads, attracting the right people at the very top here. And once we do have that attention, we capture the attention with an opt-in. We want to get their email address so we can engage them. We can add them to different lists. We can retarget. Once we have them in, we start to recycle that attention over and over and over again, talking about our value, talking about our different ways that we can help them. All of this have a PS, go and learn about our offer. On that page, we can then promote the next step, which is going to be booking a call. Eventually on the call, we'll be presenting the actual program and the price and what the next steps looks like, then hopefully closing the deal. But this entire funnel is what we help my clients implement inside of Credit Coach Academy. We help you figure out the exact avatar that we're trying to attract from the ads. Once we capture that actual attention, we help you set up the entire middle funnel completely for you. So we're going to be helping you build out the landing pages, helping you set up the retargeting, constructing and planning your content, the different lead magnets to use, the email newsletter, and basically all the different sequences that come together, because we can also basically have different sequences that promote these different things, right? All set up automatically. This middle funnel is really basically automated. And then all this to promote your offer with the right VSL that actually sells, booking more calls, understanding the call framework to then close more deals. And the beautiful thing about this funnel is that really all you have to do is just set it up one time. It runs in the background, and then all we have to do at this point is just hop on calls, because the calls are getting booked automatically. You wake up to new calls every single day. But if you are interested in that, you can go ahead and click a link down below. You can learn more about my program. We can break down your entire business here, what we need to do to actually implement this credit scale blueprint so you can see results as fast as possible. But otherwise, I hope this video is very helpful for you. You understand what's working right now in the credit and funding space, so you can now implement and get results on your own. So thanks so much for watching this video, and I'll see you on the next one.